intelligence is more of an assistant than an opponent, and for human interpreters, since we cannot stop it, we guide and use it.
Question number 2. You speak about the importance of ancestry. How much of our character, of who we are, comes from our ancestors? And how much is our character built by our own experiences?
Many people may think our experiences matter more in deciding our character, but I believe who we are to a great extent is determined by our ancestry. Apart from the genes we inherited, our experiences in the family also plays an important role in shaping our character, especially the parenting style and the family tradition. And I think this is the invisible power of ancestry.
Question number 3. George Bernard Shaw once said that what we learn from history is that we learn nothing from history. Do you agree with this? Why?
Actually, I do not agree with this idea. To err is human. Even though we repeated mistakes in history, we cannot simply deny the meaning of history or our efforts in learning from it. Since the atomic war in World War II, governments have invested a lot in nuclear deterrence. Owing to the outbreak of COVID-19, a stronger response system to combat future disease have been established. We do learn a lot from history.
首先，他回答比较空，从书本、课本里拿到的一些答案，并没有说走心，没有走脑，不是自己的理解，找不到他自己的想法在哪里。这是第二，我特别不喜欢他那个动作，那 body language 太多了，你知道吧？排练过的还是他。就是他认为这样的一种
或者说不自主的，就因为可能内容不够，就要靠手势来加戏。
总之就是中国人，我 generalize 下这个事情，我觉得中国人在镜头前面表现，大部分人还没有学会怎么样能够自然一点、轻松一点，放下自己，就是用脑子去回答这个问题。
还是切口小一点，
切口小一点，
别太上来就是很多。
以你的知识储备，以你的年龄，以你的阅历来讲。不具备那么宏大叙事的能力，所以呢，让人
这个时间也不允许。
我根本记不住他说什么，我根本觉得说的有点假，就是没效果，我不相信他，
没走心走脑啊。好，来听一下老师给他的一个评价。
You told us that you want to work in interpretation and translation. So I was particularly struck by the comments you made about the importance of communication technology for dialogue between nations. Can I present an alternative view? I think that the advantage that human translation has over translation by artificial intelligence is to do with understanding the subtleties, multiple meanings of words, and even the unspoken gestures of face-to-face communication. I believe that person-to-person negotiation will always play an important role in international relations. Good luck with your future. Though it sounds like you don't need luck, you come over as someone who knows exactly what they want to do and how to get there.
You want to be an interpreter, and you had a very charming self-introduction. I thought that was a very good self-introduction. I enjoyed your presentation of Ma Cheng history. That was very informative and very interesting about migration and immigration within China. You just said very briefly that Ma Cheng is where your root is. Does that mean that your whole family goes back just in Ma Cheng? Maybe just tell us a little bit more about your family there when you had that opportunity. I thought you had a very perceptive response about the importance of technology. That was very clever to talk about 4G and think about how important that was historically. It was just a little unclear as to where we're going in the future. So you might think a little bit more critically about what you're actually proposing in response to the question. But you had a very good question and answer, and I really enjoyed your presentation. Very well done.
好，那接下来看一下我们这一位选手周琦他的4个环节的得分情况。326.86分，来关注一下最新的排名。好，升到了第4位，还有3位选手。接下来是8号黄思怡。
Hi there, we're right now in Yichang, Hubei province in central China. Behind me is the Three Gorges Dam. Very awe-inspiring, isn't it? Being one of Yichang's most visited tourist attractions and the largest dam structure in the world, it is more than a man-made wonder. The construction of Three Gorges Dam was completed in 2006. Since then, the age-long problem of floodwaters that had plagued local people was largely addressed. Apart from being a protector of inhabitants and lands, it is also a hydroelectric plant. The power generated by it has been transmitted to even other neighboring provinces like Hunan, Anhui provinces. Besides, it greatly facilitates river transport by allowing heavier freighters to navigate up and downstream. Do you want to explore more about Three Gorges Dam? We currently have the ticket-free traveling policy for all A-grade tourist attractions in Hubei. Welcome and meet me here.
好，听听黄思怡对于我们今天这个议题啊，中国如何更好地和世界沟通，她的一个见解。
I would incline to the view that sharing is the first step to bridge the gap between different nations and cultures. The more we share to the world, the better we can be understood, and thus, the better we can talk. By sharing, China can show the world how concerned it is about the welfare of the entire humanity. We have shared technologies with Tanzania and East Africa to help them build railways. We are currently sharing unique Chinese culture with countries along Belt and Road, and we are still going to share vaccines with the world for combating COVID-19 in the future. Sharing has been in the genes of Chinese people, and in order to have a larger circle of friends and better intercourse with each nation, China is bound to continue sharing with the world as we grow and shoulder more responsibilities for global progress. In an era of profound world transformation, China is to be a stout advocate of sharing with all civilizations so that we can better talk to the whole world.
有一个非常清晰的一个关键词，就是 sharing 啊，分享。接下来看 Q&A 部分。
Question number 1. You say that you like to read popular fiction. Which book has influenced you most? How has it changed your outlook on life?
The book Educated, authored by Tara Westover, has influenced me the most. After learning her story, I realized the importance of education and self-exploration. I understood that though we could not choose where we were born, we could still choose where we would end through our continuous and painstaking efforts on our way to achieve self-completion.
Question number 2. You say that being part of a community has made your life more fulfilling. Give me an example of how you have benefited in this way.
When I visited the elderly who was separated from her children because of the lockdown, I shopped for her and then kept her company at her home. Though living alone, she was still very optimistic about her life, and I was strongly inspired by her cheerfulness. After caring for her, I felt more responsible for making contributions to my community as a college student.
Question number 3. Picking up on something you said, give me some examples of how arts and